We remember some presidents as heroes, others as villains. But what if you could strip away the myths, the partisan bias, and the political spin? What if you could judge them purely by the data? I analyzed economic growth, scandal records, wartime casualties, and legislative disasters to rank the 10 worst presidents in American history. And number 1, his failures cost billions of dollars and millions of lives. At number 10, Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857. Pierce's unwavering support for the Kansas-Nebraska Act lit the fuse for the Civil War. Economic data shows stagnant growth, and his administration was plagued by corruption. Data points: GDP growth, 0.6% average. Kansas-Nebraska Act violence, 200-plus deaths. At number 9, James Buchanan, 1857 to 1861. Buchanan's paralysis as states seceded made the Civil War inevitable. He is the only president to leave office with fewer states than he started with. Data points: 7 states seceded. Dred Scott decision upheld. At number 8, Warren Gamaliel Harding, 1921 to 1923. Harding's administration was one of the most corrupt in history. The Teapot Dome scandal alone saw billions in modern dollars stolen from the public. Data points: GDP contraction, negative 3.3%. Corruption, 5+ cabinet members implicated. At number 7, Herbert Hoover, 1929 to 1933. Hoover's refusal to abandon laissez-faire economics deepened the Great Depression. Unemployment skyrocketed under his watch. Data points: unemployment, 4% to 25%. GDP contraction, negative 27%. At number 6, Andrew Johnson, 1865 to 1869. Johnson's brutal policies included the Trail of Tears that killed thousands, and he caused America's first depression by killing the National Bank. Data points: Trail of Tears, 15,000+ deaths. Panic of 1837, 33% unemployment. At number 5, John Tyler, 1841 to 1845. Tyler was so unpopular, his entire cabinet resigned, and he became the first president threatened with impeachment. He accomplished almost nothing. Data points: 0 significant bills passed, vetoed 10 times. At number 4, Donald Trump, 2017 to 2021. Trump's presidency was marked by historic impeachment, botched pandemic response, and unprecedented turnover in staff. Data points: COVID deaths, 400,000+. Government turnover rate, 92%. At number 3, George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009. Bush's Iraq War cost trillions and thousands of lives, while Hurricane Katrina exposed stunning incompetence. Data points: Iraq War, $2 trillion cost, 4,500 U.S. deaths. Katrina, 1,800+ deaths. At number 2, Andrew Jackson, 1829 to 1837. Jackson's brutal policies included the Trail of Tears that killed thousands, and he caused America's first depression by killing the National Bank. Data points: Trail of Tears, 15,000+ deaths. Panic of 1837, 33% unemployment. At number 1, Richard Nixon, 1969 to 1974. Nixon earns the top spot for weaponizing the presidency against the American people. Watergate wasn't a scandal. It was a systemic assault on democracy, involving espionage, bribery, and treasonous sabotage of peace talks. Data points: 69 officials indicted or convicted. 18.5-minute tape gap. One president resigned to avoid impeachment. History judges these leaders not for their intentions, but for their impact. The data shows that failure isn't about party, it's about poor decisions, corruption, and a lack of leadership. Agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to see the data for yourself, check the description for all our sources. Subscribe for more data-driven history. Until next time, question power and demand the truth.